Welcome to today's meditation. Find a comfortable position and let your eyes close when you're ready. Before we begin, a brief reflection on today's theme. You spend more time with yourself than with anyone else on earth. But how often do you actually keep yourself company? Not distracted company. Not the kind where you scroll through your phone while half listening to your own thoughts. Real company. The kind where you sit with yourself the way you'd sit with a good friend. Most of us treat being alone like a problem to solve. We fill every quiet moment. We avoid ourselves like we're strangers we don't want to get stuck talking to. Today, we try something different. We practice being someone we actually want to be around. Let your body settle. Feel the weight of yourself wherever you're sitting or lying down. Notice where your body makes contact with the surface beneath you. Your breath is already going. You don't need to change it. Just notice that it's there. In, out, in, out. Let your shoulders drop a little. Let your jaw soften. Not because you need to relax, just because you noticed. You're here now, with yourself. That's the whole setup. Think about how you treat a good friend. When they show up at your door, you don't immediately start listing everything that's wrong with them. You don't critique how they look or what they should be doing differently. You let them in. You sit down together. Maybe you ask how they're doing. Maybe you just sit there. There's no agenda, no evaluation. Now think about how you treat yourself. When you're alone with your own thoughts, what's the first thing that happens? For most of us, it's a review, a performance evaluation that nobody asked for. What you should have said, what you should be doing, what's wrong with you today. That's not companionship, that's surveillance. There's a difference between being alone and being with yourself. Being alone is a circumstance. Nobody else is in the room. Being with yourself is a choice. You've decided to actually show up for your own company. Most people have never made that choice deliberately. They've been alone plenty of times, but they've rarely been with themselves. Because being with yourself means paying attention, not to your to-do list, not to your phone, to you? What would it be like to sit with yourself the way you sit with someone you care about? Patient, unhurried, interested, not trying to fix anything, just present. Notice your breathing right now, not to control it, just the way you'd notice a friend's mood without immediately trying to change it. Oh, that's what's happening right now. That's enough. We're terrible at this because nobody taught us how. We were taught to be good company for other people. Listen well, be interesting, be helpful. But nobody ever said, learn to be good company for yourself. So when we're alone, we default to the only relationship we know how to have with ourselves, the critical one, the one that keeps score, the one that's always slightly disappointed. What if you could sit with yourself the way a dog sits with its owner? Just happy to be near you. No opinion about whether you're productive enough. No commentary on your choices. Just here, with you, because being near you is good enough. That might sound silly, but think about it. When was the last time you were just happy to be in your own company? Not because you were achieving something, not because you were entertained, just because you were there. Most people can't remember. Self-companionship isn't self-improvement. Self-improvement says, you're not good enough yet. Let me fix you. Self-companionship says, you're here. That's enough. Let me sit with you. One is a project. The other is a relationship. And you can't have a real relationship with someone you're constantly trying to fix. Think about the people in your life who feel the safest. The ones you actually want to be around. They're probably not the ones who are always telling you what to do, not the ones with advice ready before you finish your sentence. They're the ones who just let you be, who don't need you to be different than you are right now. That's the quality you're practicing toward yourself today. Not fixing, not coaching, just being with. Notice where your body is right now. The temperature of your hands, the rhythm of your breathing. This is you, right now, not the improved version, not the optimized version. This one. Can you be okay with this one? Here's something strange. You'll go out of your way to make a friend feel welcome. Cook them dinner, ask about their day, give them the good seat. But when it's just you eat standing over the sink. You barely notice what you're feeling. You give yourself the leftover attention after everyone else has been served. That's not self-care advice. It's just an observation. You treat yourself like you're not really there. And it's not because you're selfish or broken or doing life wrong. It's because somewhere along the way, you learned that other people's needs come first, that paying attention to yourself is indulgent, that noticing your own feelings is a waste of time when there's stuff to do. So you stopped. You stopped checking in. You stopped asking how you're really doing. You just kept going. And now, sitting here quietly, it might feel unfamiliar to just be with yourself without an agenda. That unfamiliarity is okay. It doesn't mean something is wrong. It means you're doing something new. Being your own companion means noticing yourself the way you notice someone you care about. Oh, you're tired today. Oh, that bothered you more than you let on. Oh, you're carrying something heavy. Not to fix it, just to see it. Just to acknowledge that you're a person having an experience. That simple act of noticing is companionship. Right now, check in with yourself. Not the meditation version of yourself, the real one. How are you actually doing? Not the answer you'd give someone at work, the real answer. You don't have to put it into words. Just notice what comes up. And whatever it is, let it be there. The way you'd let a friend tell you something honest without rushing to respond. You don't have to solve your own problems right now. You just have to be in the room with them. That's what companions do. They stay. Not because they have answers, because leaving would feel wrong. There's a voice in your head that narrates your life. And for most people, that voice is not friendly. It criticizes, it compares, it reminds you of every mistake. Imagine if a friend talked to you the way you talk to yourself. You'd stop hanging out with them. You'd think, this person doesn't even like me. But you can't stop hanging out with yourself. You're stuck with that voice. So instead of trying to silence it, what if you just notice the tone? Is it harsh right now? Is it impatient? Is it already judging how you're doing this meditation? Just notice. You don't need to change the voice. You just need to recognize that it's not the whole you. It's one part, the critic, the scorekeeper. There's another part that's just sitting here, breathing, being. That part doesn't need you to be anything. That's the companion. Think about what it's like to sit with someone in silence. Not awkward silence. Not the kind where you're scrambling for something to say. Comfortable silence. The kind that only happens with people you really know. You can sit in a room together, doing nothing, saying nothing, and it feels fine. Better than fine. It feels like home. Can you have that with yourself? Can you sit in silence with your own mind and not feel the need to fill it? Not every moment needs content. Not every thought needs a response. Sometimes the most companionable thing you can do is just be quiet together. You and you, sitting here. Here's something most people don't realize about loneliness. You can feel lonely in a room full of people. You can feel lonely in a marriage, at a party, surrounded by family. Because loneliness isn't about how many people are around you. It's about whether anyone is really with you. And the first person who needs to be with you is you. If you're not keeping yourself company, no amount of other people will fill that gap. You'll keep reaching for connection outside yourself. And it'll help for a while. But then you're alone again, and the emptiness comes back. Because you never learned to be the one who stays. Think about what you look for in other people. Someone who listens. Someone who doesn't judge. Someone who shows up when things are hard. What if you offered that to yourself first? not instead of seeking it from others, but alongside it, so that when you're alone, it doesn't feel like being abandoned. It feels like being home. There are moments when self-companionship happens naturally. Early morning, before anyone else is up, you're sitting with your coffee, not scrolling, not planning, just sitting. And for a few minutes, you're actually with yourself. Or late at night, when the house is quiet, you're lying in bed, and instead of reviewing the day or worrying about tomorrow, you just notice how you feel. Those moments happen by accident. Today, we're doing it on purpose. Feel the weight of your body right now, not as an instruction, as an act of attention. The way you'd put your hand on a friend's shoulder, not to fix anything, just to say, I'm here. Your attention on your own body is that hand on the shoulder. It says, I see you. I'm not going anywhere. And that's the thing about companions. They don't leave when it gets boring. They don't leave when you're not at your best. They don't leave when you're being difficult or confusing or sad for no reason. They stay. Not because they're supposed to, because that's what companionship is. Can you be that for yourself? Can you stay with yourself even when you'd rather check out? Even when your own company feels uncomfortable? You don't have to enjoy every moment of it. You just have to not leave. Notice your breath one more time. It's still going. It's been going this whole time without you managing it. Your body is doing its job. Your heart is beating. Your lungs are working. All without your supervision. Maybe self-companionship starts with noticing that your body has been taking care of you all along. Even when you weren't paying attention. Even when you were ignoring it. It kept going. That's loyalty. That's companionship. And it's been here the whole time. The beautiful thing about self-companionship is that it's always available. You can't lose it. You can't be abandoned by yourself. You might forget. You might get distracted. You might spend years on autopilot. But the moment you turn your attention inward with even a little warmth, it's right there. You've been waiting for yourself this whole time, and it doesn't require special conditions. You can practice this in the middle of a busy day, at your desk between meetings, in the car before you walk into the house. Just a moment of checking in. Hey, how are we doing? That's it. That's the whole practice in daily life. One moment of genuine attention toward yourself. Take one more breath here. Feel your body, the weight of it, the aliveness of it. This is your companion, this body, this mind, this messy, complicated, ordinary life. Not a project to manage, a life to live with. As we start to close, stay where you are for a moment. No rush to come back. Notice the sounds around you, the temperature of the air on your skin, the feeling of your hands resting wherever they are. You can carry this into the rest of your day, not as a technique, not as something to practice perfectly, just as a question you ask yourself now and then. Am I keeping myself company right now? Or am I just alone? When you're ready, let your eyes open. Move slowly. And take this with you, not just in meditation, but in everything. You're the one person you'll never leave. Might as well learn to be good company. Thank you for practicing with me today. See you next time, because meditation should be free.